Yo, what's up, everybody? It's me, Don Weeb here, back with part 6 for What If Naruto was the reincarnation of the Sage of the Six Paths. So, if you already have read the community post that I posted today that I was going to be doing this, then you all know that because of certain comments, I decided that I'd put the video back every day for each comment that was made on when it would be coming out, because I post pretty much daily, so everything gets a new part eventually. So there's a schedule. Everything comes out pretty much weekly or bi-weekly. So yeah, that's why this didn't get a part for a while. Other than that, we can just get into the recap right away. For future reference, I post pretty frequently. I have a schedule written out for when I'm supposed to be doing things, so I like to think I'm pretty organized with that stuff. So you don't need to worry about a part getting forgotten or something. I know about my what ifs. I even remember the smaller ones that aren't as popular, like what if Minato survived and other stuff like that. But before we get into the video, I just want to let you guys know, if you like what I'm doing on the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button here. Make sure to hit the like button and comment down below what you think of the video, and if you have any what if ideas of your own. I'll be posting some more stuff this summer on my second channel, Weeb. Go check that out. There probably won't be any scripting on there, pretty much, except for, like, some stuff. But, I think I'm decent without a script, you know, maybe. Anyway, I've kept you all long enough. Let's just get to what you all came here for. What if Naruto was the reincarnation of the Sage of Six Paths? Last time Naruto had faced off against Neji after seeing what he had thought of him. He had also ran into Master Jiraiya, who had mistaken him to be Nagato. Now we get back as Naruto confronts Jiraiya for wondering whose name he said, as well as why he thinks his Rinnegan remind him of someone else. Jiraiya turns around as he says, "Nagato?" And Naruto would fall back, confused as to who this is. Jiraiya would snap out of it and ask who he is. Naruto would introduce himself and say his name is Naruto Uzumaki in a calm tone. He then says that Jiraiya has a very strong sense of chakra around him, and he was wondering if perhaps he could train him. Jiraiya would think about this for a minute before he decides that he has some research to take care of. Naruto would continue to ask this after he waits for an hour. Jiraiya would finally give in as Naruto and him would walk off into the mountains for the next month. As he is taught the summoning jutsu, it is discovered that Naruto can use his Rinnegan to summon different animals, as he masters the toad summoning rather quickly. Jiraiya would know of Naruto containing the 9 tails, of which Minato and Kushina had sealed within him as a baby. Naruto would be trained by Jiraiya for the next month after he had completed the summoning jutsu. Now, Naruto would begin practicing his containment of the chakra of the 9 tails. As Naruto closes his eyes, the Rinnegan's light fades as he looks deep within himself. Naruto would open his eyes to show a bright purple gleam shining to the darkness. He would then see behind a cage eyes of red. As the QB turns around and he sees the eyes of the Sage of Six Paths, he's shocked as Kurama hasn't seen his father in years. As he sees what he believes to be Hagoromo, he immediately drops the attitude as he asks what Hagoromo's doing there. Naruto would step into the light as he reveals himself. This is when Kurama's confused as he can sense Hagoromo's chakra.
Master Hagoromo, where could you have been contained? I thought you would have sealed yourself in a separate dimension when the time had come and you would be needed again. Yet I can sense your soul with the body of this boy.
Kurama's voice would fade as now Naruto passes out of his consciousness. Hagoromo's spirit would touch Kurama, as Kurama would suddenly give Naruto some chakra, as that's what his original purpose was. As Naruto would wake up, he would see himself covered with the chakra of the 9 tails, as the golden energy of KCM-1 would cover his body for a mere instant before flickering back out. Jiraiya would be amazed with Naruto's progress in only his first attempt. He would think that it was impossible that this kid could have so much potential in controlling chakra when he had deemed him to have low chakra control before. Naruto would say that for some reason the Kyuubi didn't seem to attack him. Jiraiya would take the opportunity for the rest of the month to have Naruto practice unlocking the seal as he begins to get more used to Kurama, and Kurama begins to grow more fond of Naruto, who he now knows is the reincarnated version of his previous master and creator Hagoromo Totsuki. Naruto wouldn't really know too much about the Kyuubi itself, other than the fact that he knew it's his old self. Kurama would tell Naruto that he used to have a master named Hagoromo, the original Sage of the Six Paths who had the Rinnegan, and that Naruto reminds him a lot of him. Naruto would not think about this too hard, as he then continues training for the rest of the month, thinking about his goal to defeat Neji. Once the end of the month comes around, Naruto has a firm grasp on how to access KCM mode, and by the end of the month, Naruto can tap into KCM power as well as use his Rinnegan. Naruto would take this opportunity to head back to the Leaf Village now he's been fully trained. He thanks Master Jiraiya as he heads back, and he finally makes his way towards the stadium, seeing a stream of people flooding into it. As Naruto walks into the stadium, he sees his fellow Genin also waiting around for their turns to battle. As Naruto goes to the board to see who he'll be fighting, he prays that he'll be able to fight Neji. As he looks, he sees to his delight that he'll be able to fight Neji, and Sasuke will be fighting Gaara. Naruto would wait patiently in the stands as he and Neji lock eyes and make eye contact pretty much the entire way. There's an awkward silence as the rest of the Genin just see the two, with tension between them enough to cut with a knife. As Naruto and Neji is finally let up, the tension in the air finally loosens as they're both ready to get down to battle. Naruto calmly walks down to the bottom of the stadium, as even the Kage above can see his purple Rinnegan glowing from beneath. As Naruto's standing there, he then calmly says to Neji, "Neji Hyuga, you come from a proud clan, the clan of the Hyuga, who have always been gifted in the Leaf Village of privileges, as well as the power of obviously the Byakugan. I, however, was gifted the power of the Rinnegan, as you say. My Rinnegan, my eyes, weren't always a gift, you see." We have a small flashback as we see Naruto being thrown rocks at by the villagers, as his Rinnegan had awakened for the first time. Naruto was crying as they were calling him a freak as he ran away. That's when he ran to Ichiraku's shop, who wasn't afraid of him and gave him ramen. Naruto would smile as he looks up to see Neji. He then tells Neji that even if he thinks that having power is a gift that destiny has given to him and others, sometimes it's not always like that. He takes a step forward as the announcer begins to count down. 3, 2, 1. Neji then says that Naruto shouldn't take him so lightly, and that he shouldn't be overconfident. Naruto begins walking one step forward at a time. One step. Soft movement of rocks between his shoes make a large crunching sound as he continues to walk forward across the stadium floor. He looks over as he sees Neji, preparing to use his 360-degree angle. As he activates his Rinnegan, using one of the abilities, he uses it just as Neji is about to use the 360-degree rotational palm defense. He walks just in range of the attack, and as Neji's about to use it, he then says, "Almighty push." As he pushes his hand out, suddenly, Neji goes flying back as the almighty push sends him flying towards the wall. Neji quickly recovers as he presses his feet back, slams into the wall, and uses this as a jump pad, pushing him back forward as he flies towards Naruto. He pulls a kunai out, ready to stab Naruto, as he slices across Naruto's arm. Just as he was about to do this, however, Naruto holds his arm up, as he quickly covers it with chakra, wind chakra to be more specific, as it becomes knife-like and slashes through his kunai, turning it and cutting it into pieces of metal like butter. He turns around with his Rinnegan, still activated, and tells Neji that his perfect 360-degree vision isn't a match for his Rinnegan. As he walks forward, his eyes shine brighter as he then says, "You ready for my new trick?" Naruto is about to use the Preta Path and use the summoning jutsu in his hand, when suddenly the Karma Seal is beginning to have chakra flood into it, as he had never used this hand to do summoning before. As he's about to activate his Karma Seal, he feels too much chakra being drained as he deactivates it before anything can occur. He quickly stops the Karma Seal as he re-seals it back in place, and then quickly tries to do the summoning jutsu in the other hand. It's too late, however, as this small distraction gave Neji time to get back into combat mode, as he now uses the 360-degree palm attack on Naruto. Naruto is dodging out of every attack's way, as he simply moves out of the way of the gentle fist, as if though it's not even there. Naruto goes down as he swipes at Neji's legs with his own kick, causing Neji to fall to the ground. Naruto would cover his other hand with a karma seal as he feels a small burning sensation. He then begins to form chakra in his other hand as he decides he'll just do it the normal way. He quickly uses the summoning jutsu as he slams his fist into the ground, summoning a toad about medium size. He hops on top of the toad and tells it to follow Neji. As it begins to charge towards Neji, Neji would push himself off his hands as he goes flying backwards, aerodynamically as he gets away from the attacker. Naruto begins to charge chakra as he begins to weave many hand seals together. Even the Kage can't keep up with how fast he's weaving these, as he begins to make the seal tag. He pulls out a piece of paper as he writes the seal tag and throws it towards Neji, slapping onto his right hand. Suddenly, Neji feels all the chakra points in his right arm deactivate as his right arm goes completely numb. Neji would then ask what he did to him, as Naruto hops down from his frog and deactivates it, now not having the need to escape any attacks from Neji. Neji, your main attacks are using rotation with your arms and legs. By simply using some of my own lightning release and cutting off the nerves in your right arm, I can easily take out one of your limbs, making your techniques much more inefficient. Neji would walk forward, he says, "Cocky bastard." He begins rushing forward as he activates the wind chakra to throw the wind gale palm. Naruto knows this technique as well as he easily cuts it in half using a wind beam of wind bullets. As he cuts the wind gale palm in half, Neji falls to the ground feeling his chakra draining while Naruto stands there, not having even broken a sweat. Naruto begins to walk towards Neji again as Neji pounds his fist into the ground, saying that there's no way he's going to get defeated by him. He then pulls himself up as he begins to activate the 360-degree rotation attack. Naruto says, "Oh, that again?" He suddenly is about to use the almighty push when kunai come flying from the spinning circle, as Neji is throwing kunai out of everywhere to try and hit Naruto. Naruto has to dodge out of the way of the kunai in order to not get hit, as he then sees one going towards his eye. He quickly boosts his speed as he grabs the kunai out of midair and throws it back into the circle, spinning around as it goes flying to the wall. Neji would deactivate this as he's now breathing heavily, not being able to contain any more oxygen in his lungs, which have felt exhausted after this battle. Naruto would walk forward again calmly. As Neji has nowhere to run, he begins to punch at Naruto, as he hits Naruto in the face, in the legs, and in the chest. Neji continues swinging at Naruto, and it's not even leaving any damage. Naruto merely picks up his left hand as he begins to form it. He creates a flicking motion as he flicks Neji in the forehead, and at the very last moment of contact, he insinuates almost 50% of his chakra. Neji, from that single flick, goes flying back across the entire arena, spinning through the dirt as he slams into the wall, falling and passing out. Everyone in the arena is shocked as they cheer for Naruto with that amazing last attack, as he walks out of the arena, barely given a sweat or any issues. Naruto would think that he's gotten much more powerful over this course, as his now Rinnegan had become even more purified, now him being able to see such more minute details in the chakra networks. Naruto would meet up with Rock Lee, as he sees him in the stands giving him a thumbs up. Naruto would tell Lee and ask Lee if he did a good job. Lee would shed a single tear as he gives Naruto a big hug and says thanks so much for defeating Neji for him, as he had been wanting to do that for a long time, and that next time he's going to defeat Neji on his own without any help. Naruto would pat him on the shoulder and say it's no problem, as he and Lee sit together waiting for Sasuke's battle. Sasuke would show up on the battlefield as he slides down the walls and sees Gaara. After seeing Sasuke, this is Sasuke is coming into the arena after almost being too late for him to lose the match. This is when Sasuke and Rock Lee would lock eyes for 1 second. In his head, Rock Lee would say, "Sasuke, do your best, even though I know that I could beat Gaara way faster than you could." Sasuke would smile as he then says that he's a stupid idiot, taijutsu meathead, as he falls down to the arena telling himself that he's going to win for Lee and Naruto's sake. As he gets into the fight against Gaara, he charges lightning release into his hand, just as Naruto had shown him back to when they were training during the Land of Waves. We see a flashback of Naruto and Sasuke, as he was explaining more about lightning release to him. "Sasuke, you're doing it wrong," as he shows him how he charges his own lightning technique. He tells Sasuke that the way lightning works is that it's very chaotic and wild, and that when you try to tame it in a single direction, it won't listen to your commands. He then tells Sasuke about how if you keep it in a circular or a forever moving rotation, then the lightning chakra will listen to you much better. That's the properties of the bullet jutsu. By keeping it facing into one direction and rotating at the same time, you can actually make the chakra be much more efficient, as it doesn't lose any momentum or power. Sasuke is thinking of this now as he charges his Chidori, as it glows a bright blue. Naruto would see with his Rinnegan as he reactivates them quickly, knowing that he's using that technique. So he would be impressed that Sasuke could actually learn such a destructive power in only a month. As Sasuke comes sliding down the wall, he begins crashing his Chidori into it, causing a large scratch down the rock. As he finally makes it to the sandy shore below, he then slams into Gaara as he slices upward, cutting Gaara's infinite defense shield in half. Gaara would have a slice of blood across his left arm as he feels pain for the first time in years. He would be in pain as Gaara would then become enraged from the attacks. Gaara tries to block more of Sasuke's attacks using his sand, but Sasuke is way too fast using Chidori as well as his other techniques, as Sasuke uses the Fireball Jutsu to melt some of the sand. Gaara would immediately begin to go into his tailed beast's arm state as Shukaku begins to break out of his seal. Naruto, using the Rinnegan, can see that the seal inside of Gaara of the One Tails is beginning to loosen. Kurama would speak inside of Naruto's head as they've now become closer friends, as you could say. Naruto would be told that the One Tails is beginning to get released, as he nods, telling Kurama, or now what he calls him, Kyuubi, that he knows, as Kurama hasn't revealed his name to him yet. Naruto would then stand up as he says a Genjutsu is about to be placed on the arena. Kakashi would turn left and say, "What?" as suddenly a large Genjutsu is beginning to fall down in the arena, causing everyone to pass out. Kakashi begins to feel sleep-like as he breaks out of it rather easily. Naruto not even being affected by it as his Rinnegan is imperious to most, if not all, Genjutsu. Naruto would then turn back and see that Sakura's fine as well, as he sees Rock Lee completely passed out. He then tells Sakura, who's still awake in the stands, to wake up everyone else as he'll go head out and follow Gaara, who had now broken out of the arena and followed along with Sasuke. Naruto would quickly use the animal path as he summons a giant flying eagle, which he jumps on top of as it flies over the forest. He quickly deactivates his summoning jutsu as he falls back down into the woods below, seeing Sasuke and Gaara's battle. Just as Naruto is about to fly into the battle, he sees Gaara look up, as suddenly golden light begins to entrap all around Naruto's body, as Naruto goes into KCM1 state. If you guys want to see the next part for What If Naruto Was the Sage of Six Paths, make sure you hit the like button, comment down below what you thought. Subscribe to the channel for more. Tomorrow will be What If Naruto Was a Dragon Slayer will be coming out. And yeah, I will see all of you guys later. Bye.